indoor equipment setup and how you went about it in a budget friendly manner. So, like lighting, for example, do you go with budget lights or are you kind of paying a little bit more for a certain, amount of power or spectrum? Also, ventilation system, what are you doing for that? So on and so forth.
Yeah, yeah. First, when I first started, I got the tent, I got a setup. I was kind of new to it, right? So I'm like, look at these cheapo, beepo, blurple lights. I'm gonna get one of those off of Amazon, right? And because they were cheap, I was like, yeah, After growing with it, I shook my head a little bit and I go, no, this is not the way to go. So I started looking at some quantum boards, and this is going back probably 4 years from today. So I mean, quantum boards were where it was at the time, and I found HLG, and an American company, but man, oh man, their lights. I was seeing great reviews. I was seeing a lot of people talking about it, but man, I wasn't able to spend that kind of money. I wasn't in the place to spend that money. And again, being cheap, I was like, no, I'm not going to happen. So I went out and I started looking for alternatives, and I found on Alibaba, Kingbright. It was a Chinese company that shipped right from China, and it was like, I'm going to look into this, and I started Googling it and trying to look at videos, and I couldn't find any videos on YouTube. I go, listen, man, even if I'm doing a brake job on a car that I've never done it before, I go to YouTube. It's great. It's such a informative, gives you a little bit of info. No, nothing on Kingbright. So I go, you know what? Hey, I'm going to do this. I'm going to start a YouTube channel, and I'm going to, buy this light and do a review and do the process of, how to get this light, going through customs and doing it. So it really broke down to like three things, right? Like first and foremost, I wanted to help other people because there was no video, right? Then it was a, cheaper alternative to like HLG. And third, I was like, you know what? I'm going to start a YouTube channel. It's going to be small. And listen, I might only have 10 followers, 100 followers, whatever it is. But you know what? This is a business opportunity. And if this is a business opportunity, I can write this light off. So check another savings, right? So no matter how big or how small you are, starting a YouTube channel for me was one of my biggest cheapness moves that I've done in gardening. Why? Because I can, spend that money before I get taxed on it and did. But listen, I'm not an expert on this. I hired a good accountant. I sat down with him. I paid him for an hour. I said, let me pick your brain for an hour. I paid him. Best money I've ever spent. He helped me out. He gave me guidance. And that was great. So again, that was my start. And then going into other setups and other systems, I decided after the light, I'm like, you know what? I want to grow an RDWC. I see the internet. It's the growth rate is insane. I'm like, I want to try this. You know what turnkey pre-built systems are worth? Not budget friendly when I was looking at them. So I decided, you know what? I'm gonna do it all myself. I'm going to do a DIY. I'll do it. I'll do another video, write it all off. And then I was able, to buy parts off of Amazon and locally. And with that mechanical background I had in irrigation, I was able to do all the piping and stuff. And again, being handy and like being able to DIY stuff is another like godsend to being cheap in the garden. If you can do stuff, it's great, right? So, I mean, it just compared to the pre-built, I was like half or less than half in price. So it was like, man, when I talk to people and I'm talking to them on social media and I see they're putting out content and they're doing videos, I go, you writing this off? Do you got like Amazon links? Do you have like Amazon affiliate or associate marketing, whatever? Like it's free to sign up. I go, sign up, get some links, put them in your video, write all this stuff off, man, because that and again, this is Canada and every place is different, but hire that accountant, pay that money and help. It'll help offset gardening cost big time.
This clip is brought to you by AC Infinity. Use discount code MrGrowIt15 to save on any of their products.